Okay, so look, y'all. I just want to say this right here. All right, the further content, right? The further content is kind of like it's getting to a low now. It's getting to like it's getting to an all-time low right now. If we look at the content, what a lot of influencers, right, are just used to putting out, it's kind of at an all-time low. The critics are not going in as much, and that is saying that we are seeing a change. It's kind of saying that we're seeing a change with this. Ooh, sorry about that. It's kind of saying that we're seeing a change with this project right now, which is actually a great thing. It's saying that Saitama, the developers, they're really taking care of their business out there. Okay, and the more, and you're going to see this, the more they continue to take care of business, the less criticism you're going to see from a lot of the individuals out there, because at some point it's just going to become desperation for some of the critics out there that depend on funding this project right here. Okay, it's going to become desperation, and the thing is, we already see a lot of that desperation because you look at a lot of the content, or the handful, less than a handful of content, right, that a lot of the critics are making. What are they talking about? All everyone is talking about is how, okay, the trade-in should not have happened before the airdrops were put out. That's just recycled content. That's all they can. That's all that they can bring to the table right now. Okay, but I had already told you. I had already told y'all, right? I already told you that we halting this project, okay, would not have been beneficial for. It would not have been beneficial for the project or the investors, okay? Because in my opinion, we would have, if we had halted this project, we probably would have lost more investors, and we just could not afford to do that. All right, we should not have to be in position where we have to do that. We should have to be. We should be able to. We should have the option and be able to adjust on the fly. And a lot of the investors out there should have to understand. You have to understand the cons that will have come with halting the project. So when we look at the further content out there, the further content is getting low. And like I said, all they can really bring up, even the main content FUD creators out there, all they can bring up is how, the trading should not have happened, in that the investors who did not get their airdrops are left holding the bag. That does not make any sense. All right. The thing is this: if the investors are holding any bag of V1, that's still your ticket to you getting your V2. And like I said, they're getting around to, they're making their rounds to getting individuals their V2. I think right now they're close to the 50 to the 40 billion token holder range. Okay, and they will be going down further and further. All right, so the further content is at an all-time low. And the thing is this: you have a lot of the other investors, right, that so-called criticize Saitama also, but they're continuously looking at the Saitama content. I get critics who are looking at my content, and what this is telling me is that, these investors, these type of investors, are actually getting tired of looking at the alternative projects out here. They're getting tired of looking at the alternative projects. And I'm talking about the alternative projects that a lot of these critics hop on and they are doing content on. There's nothing wrong with doing content, but for some individuals, they're doing they're doing this content because they've hopped off of Saitama and they're just doing it for views. These are individuals who really have no interest in this content. They're only doing it for their own gain. This is what they're pushing day in and day out. Y'all know what projects those are. I don't need to say those projects, but they're getting pushed all the time by these critics out here every single day. And these investors, okay, they're getting tired of it. It's the same recycled content, okay, that they're looking at every single day. And what are they doing? They're making their way back to the Saitama content. This is why they're looking at it. Okay, and the only reason why they're still holding, grudges on Saitama is because they're not properly educated on it, because the fudders have told them, hate this project, like this project that we are pushing, okay, which is the same recycled content. All right, these investors see no benefit in continuously following that content right there, okay. And the thing is this. Another reason why they're not interested in continuously following that content that the critics and the fudders are pushing is because the investors are not making any money from that content. Only the critics, the influencers, the critical influencers are the only ones making money for that content, because they're getting paid. A lot of them are getting paid to push these projects, or a lot of them have a platform where they're receiving a lot of views from pushing these projects, which is they're still in turn getting paid. Okay, and what the investors are doing are they're dumping a couple $100s in these recycled content projects. Okay, and they're not getting paid any money. They're losing out. Okay, but the influencers, they're getting paid two ways from these projects right here. Okay, and you have to understand that most of these individuals that's pushing these projects, that these investors are getting tired of looking at. Okay, they actually hold, if they are putting money into these projects, they're holding a bigger bag than the average Joes out there. They're holding a bigger bag than the average Joes. Okay, they're getting a bigger return. They control the charts. The average Joes are the ones actually losing out. The average Joes are the ones selling at a loss. Okay, and things like that. So, they're making their way back to the Saitama content because they're tired of looking at the content that a lot of these critics and influencers are pushing. The ones who jumped off of the Saitama bandwagon, they're getting tired of the alternative. They're getting tired of the alternative projects out there. They're not making any money. It serves them no benefit. Okay, but they have some idea at least that Saitama is on the right track. Now, me myself, when I talk about Saitama, I'm not pushing this project right here. I talk about this project because it's a project that I enjoy. It's a project that I understand. It's a project that I got in based off of the longevity potential that they have to offer to the masses out there. I like that because we don't have a lot of projects like that out here. You have some projects that's out here talking a big game and things like that, but they're not. Their talk to action ratio is favoring more of the talk than the action. Okay, so they've not, a lot of them have not really gotten on their feet like that, where they're able to take advantage of the majority of the roadmap that they set forth for those investors out there. Okay, but when I talk about this project, I'm talking based on my research. Okay, it's up to you to decide if you want to get into a project like Saitama based on your research. Don't get into it, okay, because I'm talking about it. Get into it based on the research that you are doing yourself. Okay, so yeah, the content, the further content is at an all-time low. That's actually good. That's saying that this project is doing what they're supposed to do, which is actually leaving the fudders out there into the dust. Because like I said, the holders are going up as we reach that 100K holder mark and all of that, and we continue to soar up to the 200 the K holder mark. Okay, what else are they going to have to do? Are they going to keep leaning on that excuse about the traders should not have started? All right, that excuse is getting dried up right there. The traders should not have started, and the investors who did not get their airdrops are left holding the bag. All right, that excuse is getting dried up right there. Investors are still getting their airdrops every single day. The fudders, they see that the numbers are going up every single day by the thousands. We're averaging almost 4,000 holders a day, and everything is on a positive. Okay, so I want to make this this video. Remember, okay, every now will be history tomorrow, and you either have patience in this crypto investing space or lose in the end. You do not want to be a loser. All right, this is my video. I will catch you all on the up and up. Howdy.